You have been warned to avoid the dark, abandoned house that sits atop the hill. You've been told that anyone who enters is never seen again. That doesn't stop you and some others that are curious about the house. One night, you decide to investigate the house with the others. As you explore, you begin to get concerned. Why is one room charred and why is one room bloody? And why does it feel like something is trying to get you to turn on your friends? Are your friends feeling the same thing? Will one of them give in to that temptation? Or will you? Welcome to Games at the Tavern. Let's roll right into our quick review of Betrayal at House on the Hill. What is Betrayal at House on the Hill? Betrayal at House on the Hill is a cooperative, tile-drawing, horror-themed game released in 2004 by Avalon Hill, designed by Bruce Glasgow, Rob Daviau, Bill McQuillan, Mike Selinker, and T-Woon Woodruff, with art by Dennis McLean, Christopher Moeller, and Peter Whiteley. Betrayal at House on the Hill is for 3 to 6 players, ages 12 and up, and takes roughly 60 minutes to play. For this review, my group played Betrayal at House on the Hill with the Widow's Walk expansion included. This expansion brings the roof in as a floor of the house with 20 new rooms, 30 new item, event, and omen cards, along with the dumbwaiter mechanic and 50 additional haunts. Each player selects one of 12 characters, 6 double-sided characters, each with their own starting ability scores. You then begin exploring the house, moving amongst the floors, basement, ground, upper, and roof if you have Widow Walk's expansion. As you explore, you will reveal different rooms and discover unique items, experience weird events, and reveal omens. How Betrayal at House on the Hill ends. No two games of Betrayal at House on the Hill ends the same. This is due to the unique mechanic of the haunt. As the players explore, they will reveal omens. After each omen reveal, that player rolls 6 dice and must roll equal to or higher than the number of omens that have been revealed. If the player rolls less than the number of omens, the haunt starts. The haunt will be determined by the omen that was pulled to start the haunt and the room the omen was revealed in, such as the book in the charred room or the mask in the servants' quarters. The traitor is unique to each haunt. It may be the person that revealed the haunt, the person to the left or the right of the revealer, or the person with the lowest or highest of one of the stats. Each of the 50 haunts, 100 with the Widow's Walk expansion, is unique in this way. Each haunt will tell a different story. It could be an eldritch horror trying to make their way into the world, the house being overrun by zombies, or the house is actually home to Dracula himself and his bride. The traitor and the remaining players will then have their own instructions for what they each need to do to win the game. Each of these will be unique to the haunt, but usually involves a traitor trying to kill all the players or accomplishing certain goals before the players accomplish their own goals, such as killing the traitor or finding something and then escaping the house. The game ends when one side accomplishes all their goals. Insights and impressions. My group enjoys this game, though the random chaos of it all can make the enjoyment level of each game different for each person. One game, you may be finding all the items, and the next you find nothing, or get stuck only being able to move 1 square at a time. One game, the haunt is revealed almost immediately, with hardly any of the house explored, while the next, the haunt doesn't get revealed until almost all the house has been explored. Also, due to the randomness of who the traitor is and the difficulty of some of the haunts, you really should make sure everyone can play on their own, as the traitor can't ask too many questions without giving away their goals. And if the same player keeps being the traitor, you may want to change the traitor to give someone else a go. Also, if you have already played the haunt with the majority of the group, feel free to use another haunt, provided the room and omen for it are in play. A quick note about the Widow's Walk expansion. The addition of the roof is welcome, and the dumbwaiter mechanic provides yet another cool movement between floors mechanic to this game. However, some of the haunts simply aren't worth playing. A game of Hangman? Really? But those are easy enough to change up by switching to another haunt that is possible based on the omens and rooms revealed. Don't get me wrong, we love this game. The items and omens are cool, the mechanic of exploration and triggering the haunt are unique. There are just a couple things you must do to help ensure you enjoy it. This game requires one house rule to try to minimize the revealing of the haunt. In my game, the haunt cannot be revealed until 4 omens have been revealed. More than that, and too much of the house can be explored. Less than that, not enough of the house has been explored. Even with this house rule, you can still have 4 omens be the first 4 cards revealed, so it's not a sure thing. I have tried 3, 5, and 6 omens for this rule as well, and have found 4 to be the perfect amount, as perfect as can be in a game that is purely random chaos. Also, setup, teardown, and even finding a specific token during gameplay can be daunting, but even that's fixable. There are so many pieces and parts, 329 total different pieces, that you need to have something to keep all these pieces separate but organized. This is where an organizer, such as this one I got from the Broken Token, comes in handy. This organizer has a place for the tiles, the books, the character tiles and minis, the dice, the cards, and all the different tokens. While there are still a lot of tokens to look through to find the secret passage or the cat token, they are now sort of separated from all the other tokens, so it is a bit easier. Also, this game can take up a ton of space. You not only need quick access to all the tokens and tiles, but there is also no set game board. The size of the game board is determined as the players explore each floor. One game, the ground floor is massive, and another ends up the entrance hall plus only 5 rooms because they were all dead ends. This is the first time in 6 years of playing this game that I have ever seen a floor finished, especially after 10 minutes of gameplay. One thing I use to help with this issue is the raised tile system by the folks at Spider-Mind Games called Level Up. I backed this system years ago on Kickstarter, and it not only helps with D&D games, but also games like Betrayal that can spread out quickly. By being raised, it leaves open space below where players can keep their item cards, the rule books can be placed for easy access, all while leaving plenty of space for the house to expand. You don't need the Broken Token or Level Up to play this game, but they do make it so much easier. Please take a second and give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Be sure to click subscribe and ring that bell to be notified when a new video drops. Conclusion: if you love cooperative games or games with a hidden traitor mechanic, then Betrayal: A House on a Hill, along with the Widow's Walk expansion, should be on your shelf. Personally, Betrayal: A House on a Hill is one of my all-time favorite games. It was one of the games that my friend group back in Virginia seemed to always get to the table. It can take a bit of time to play, as once the haunt is revealed, gameplay does slow down due to having to reread the instructions, both traitor and the other players. And table space can be an issue, but none of that should stop you from getting this game on your shelf and to your table. Please leave a comment letting us know your experience with Betrayal: A House on a Hill and whether you agree or disagree with our review. Also, be sure to tell us other games you would like to see reviewed. Thanks as always to Kay Marie. She's the artist behind the logos you see in our videos, the merch site, and across social media. Be sure to check out our other game review videos. We also have playlists for DM tips and player tips, so please check out those too. Thanks for watching. Remember to be kind to each other, accept each other, and love each other.